Hi and welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about a special herb, and the Latin name for this herb is called Hypericum, and it's commonly known as St. John's wort. Now I'm going to answer the question about this herb because people have asked me about it as to whether this herb is suitable for treating depression. Now, before I go into that, there are a few considerations that you need to bear in mind before using this herb. And I'll name a couple of them now, which is that pregnant women should definitely not be using this herb, or people who are taking medications for chronic illnesses, particularly antidepressants, where it can weaken the use of the antidepressants themselves. Also, people on heart medications, and there are specific medications listed in the list that I'm going to put in the description below, so you can have a look at that as well. But all in all, this is a herb that has been adopted for centuries by herbalists, and in the ancient times the churches were demonizing St. John's wort, and then they decided to adopt it, accept it, and they dedicated it to St. John. And St. John is a feast day around the summer solstice time. Now it has a beautiful flowering bud. It's a wonderful yellow flower which likens to the little suns and is known as the summer solstice plant. So St. John's wort is a herbal tea, a herb actually, which I have right here. It's cut, so it's already been cut into pieces. But here I've got it in its whole form. I have a plant here that I keep at home. And this plant here that I'm showing you is something that I purchased, and it hasn't started flowering its buds yet, but when it does, I'm going to be super excited about it. In fact, you might discover St. John's wort in your, around and about in your everyday walking. You may find it, because I found it actually in a very unusual place, which was on an estate. And I was really surprised to see it there. And nature's all around us, there to support us. And this particular herb, known as an adaptogen and restorative herb, which works on the nervous system, works on low moods to low to moderate depression and anxiety. But it should not be mistaken as a replacement for people who are suffering with chronic mental health illnesses. Now, my daughter has a chronic mental health illness, and from time to time she has become clinically depressed. This isn't a herb for people to use as a supplement to taking antipsychotics, and you should speak to your doctor if you do want to talk about going on natural medicines. So this is not for people suffering with chronic depression and anxiety, and it's a whole different ballgame. Depression should never be compared to people suffering with clinical illnesses. But there are stresses and strains of life. Perhaps you've had a bereavement, you may be overcoming an illness, and you could be suffering with low mood swings and depression. That can occur through grief as well, loneliness at times, all kinds of strains and stresses of life. And this beautiful plant, which is amazing in terms of supporting the nervous system, can help. You would take about 1 teaspoon to 1 cup of boiling water, and you would steep it for at least 10 to 15 minutes, strain it, and drink 3 cups a day. So that's St. John's wort, which is an amazing herb which you can use when you need it, and it works quite well. I've had great feedback about it, and you can find it I will add the link below later on for you to be able to access the herb. Please make sure when you're purchasing herbs that you're getting Wildcrafted. And I believe there's somebody in the comments here Somebody's saying Yummy, who's saying good evening, Carol. Thank you for joining us, Yummy. It's really good to have you on the live today. And if anybody has any questions at any time, I'm here at 6 o'clock British Standard Time, where you can come on, which is 1 o'clock Eastern Time, and interact, ask questions. And if you have anything that you want to ask that you'd like me to do lives in the future, please let me know and I'll be happy to assist if I can. But thank you very much for watching. It's great to have you here to watch these lives, and I hope that you will watch the other lives in the future. Please do have a look at the previous lives that I've been doing on food and herbs and remedy for skin, because it's about the whole holistic approach. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow with more help, support and information to help you along your healthy living journey. And I believe there might be a question here. Let's see. Val Guild says, thanks, Carol. You're very welcome, Val. Thank you so much for joining the live. And Yummy says, how do you know it's Wildcrafted? Well, Yummy, when you purchase any herb, it will either state that it's Wildcrafted or organic, and that's the herb that you want to purchase. And if anybody wants suppliers, please make a comment below if you want to know about other herbs that you can get. But I certainly have St. John's wort, and it is organic and Wildcrafted. So if you want to purchase that link, I will add it later on today for you to get access to it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be back with more health tips and information to help you along your healthy living journey. Bye for now and see you tomorrow.